Hello and welcome to the mainstream. I'm Simran Shiwalkar, your host for today, and today we have with us Mr. Sharad Setlur. He's the Senior Account Manager for Enterprise at Rapyder. Sharad, thank you once again for joining us at Emerge Tech today. If you could tell us a bit about your experience, what the day has looked like for you.
Thanks, Simran. Thank you for the question. I think, as any other event that we do partake in, you do come in with a lot of apprehension as to how the day is going to progress, what are the kind of guests that we have, what are the kind of discussions are going to take place. That's kind of how the day started. But as we progressed, I felt the entire event overall was extremely professionally managed. Considering the kind of challenges we had with regards to people arriving late and things like that, I think it was all in all we finished reasonably well on time, and I think the whole thing was organized and it was carried out very professionally. And the kind of model that you had in place of having events going on in the main stage, and you had roundtables going on parallelly. This I felt is a excellent model to have in such kind of events, because it gives us an opportunity to sit down with these leaders in the industry, the kind of wealth of knowledge that they do carry at their end, and really gain some insights and overall have our strategic roadmap in place based on the conversations that we have with these people. So that I felt was really good model that we had. And we did have some really engaging conversations, the group discussion in the afternoon, the roundtable after that. It was a lot of engaging conversations that we had, and I think we are overall extremely happy with the way the entire event has been put in place.
Fantastic, and thank you once again for providing your comprehensive view about the event, Sharad. Next, I want to understand from you. I believe you have been communicating with a lot of C-suite leaders, the CIOs, the CISOs, the CXOs as well. If you could point out any key, challenges that you have come across from a solution provider's point of view.
Okay, so yes, there were a lot of good conversations that we had during the day. One of the major talking points that when we're talking about emerging technologies, the primary thing on top of everybody's head at this point of time is generative AI, it's machine learning, it's how do we incorporate this within the various systems and processes within our large organizations, right? So that's their thought process. But then one of the key things that is kind of holding them back in taking certain critical decisions in this specific direction is the fact that if they are talking about something which is key to their organizational purpose, then they are a little hesitant because they do not know how this technology would play out in that ecosystem. So they are kind of a little hesitant to take that step. Another key area where we see a lot of concern is on the security front, because security is one of the key concerns when you take any enterprise, any data heavy organization. And when you're talking about data analytics, when you're talking about machine learning on their data, their primary concern is how do I keep it within my ecosystem? How do I make sure it doesn't go out to train the large language model that I'm using? I'm sorry if I'm a little technical on this, but how do I make sure it doesn't go out and train that model? I have a lot of PII, personally identifiable information in place. How do I make sure this doesn't leak out? So these are the main key areas where they have a lot of concerns. And even though everybody just wants to jump on that bandwagon because it's like the in thing right now, when they see all this and get down to actually working on a solution, they kind of take a back step and say, let's just wait and see. Let's just see how these things work. So that's why the roundtable was very helpful, because when we were talking to them, they heard other industry leaders actually talk about areas where they have implemented AI, generative AI and things like that. And their mindset would change in terms of, yes, these are things that I can actually do. And I can actually go ahead and I won't burn my fingers. So that's the kind of confidence that they get. So I think that overall sums up the kind of industry mindset at this point of time.
Right. Lastly, Sharad, any key trends that you could, throw some light on? What does the future of data security looks like?
So, in terms of, I'll just broaden up your question a little more. instead of going specific on security, I'll talk a little bit about the infrastructure and things like that also. So in terms of infrastructure, one positive thing that we got to hear from various industry leaders at various organizations is they have moved from kind of fearing the cloud to actually today having multiple of their workloads on the cloud. And this is specific to even banking and financial sector, where they are always extremely cautious because of the compliance and other regulatory issues that they have in place. So it was really encouraging for us as a service industry to see that kind of mindset shift in these people overall. Along with that, yes, in terms of security front, yes, people know there are constraints, but that's where we know that we as Rapyder need to really position ourselves as someone who understands their security concerns and really be able to give them the right kind of confidence to, trust service companies to do what is needed within their organization. So I think that is an overall takeaway, and it's also very encouraging that for us, we see a massive market expansion with this kind of a mindset shift in our potential or existing customers.
Fantastic. Sharad, thank you once again for being so comprehensive and sharing your critical insights. While we conclude this session, I definitely look forward to connecting with you again.
Pleasure. Thank you so much. It was a really fantastic event, and hopefully we'll see a lot more of these going forward in future.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.